as possible and exhale consciously. And during this process, don't allow the mind to wander anywhere. Focus on the breath, relax your physical body, and also automatically, when you focus on the breath, your mind will get quietened. Repeat the cycle few times that you get prepared to absorb the ultimate knowledge. Switch on cameras and sit straight. So, one should quieten the mind through this systematic process of pranayama. And once the mind is quietened with the knowledge obtained from the study of Upanishads, one should do upasana, dhyanam on the Brahma Tattvam. That's what the Upanishad mantra says. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma. Tajjalaniti shanta upasita. One should do dhyanam, upasana with a quietened mind. Shanta upasita. On what Brahman has sarvam khalvidam. Everything around us, verily, the only absolute reality that permeates the entire universe is this Brahma Tattvam, which is of the nature of absolute pure existence, absolute pure consciousness, absolute pure bliss. The same Brahma Tattvam is available as Atman within each of us. And this principle of consciousness is responsible for all the functions of our sense organs, that is, organs of action, organs of knowledge. Everything functions because of the consciousness principle. So the Upanishad mantra says, श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रं मनसो मनो यद् वाचोह वाचं सौ प्राणस्य प्राणः चक्षुषश्चक्षुः अतिमुच्य धीराः प्रेत्यास्माल्लोकादमृता भवन्ति. This mantra is very powerful. It not only points out that the consciousness principle is responsible for all the functions, but also points out that that is the only absolute reality, and knowledge of this absolute reality bestows immortality, because once you understand your true nature as pure consciousness, you get totally dissociated, at least mentally, from all the happenings in the world. So what happens? You go beyond happiness and sorrow. No more happiness and sorrow that can affect your mind. You are established in pure bliss. So bliss is different from happiness. So this knowledge of absolute reality, how Shrotrasya Shrotram, ear of the ear, functioning of the ear is possible only because of consciousness. Manaso Mano, similarly the mind. Yad vachoha vacham, speech cannot function without consciousness. How pranasya pranaha, even for prana to exist and function, it needs the Atma Tattvam or Brahma Tattvam. Chakshusha chakshuhu, eye of the eye. Eyes cannot see without consciousness. So one who understands this absolute reality, pure consciousness, atimucha dhiraha becomes the dhiraha, person dedicated to study of Vedanta Shastras. Pretya asmallokad amrita bhavanti. So after this physical body perishes, no more the person is reborn, no more the person is subject to this travails of samsara. So attains immortality. So knowledge of absolute reality bestows immortality. Wonderful mantra to keep on reminding yourself. Let's see how to proceed systematically to attain this absolute knowledge of Brahmatattvam. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurte Namaha Tadashiva Shankaracharya Asmadacharya-paryanta Mande Guru Paramparam Tutismati Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad-pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakatam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurte Namaha अपार करुणा सिंधुम ज्ञानदम शांतरूपिणम श्री चंद्रशेखर गुरुम प्रणमामि मुदान्महम्. ओम. All on cameras and chant Em Brahma loudly. Em Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Dimyai Stavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramo Panishadair Gayanti Em Samagaha ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः. देवाय तस्मै नमः. ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः. Now we'll chant the six slokas. Om Shri Ganesha Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Teshamevanukampartham Ahamajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatmabhavasthaha Dhyanadipena Bhasvata Jyotishamapi Tajyotihi तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम् यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणम् तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Now chant the five slokas. It's very important to remember always. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Bahe Prapadyante Mayametam Taranti Te Ananyas Mam ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. Who understand this ultimate truth? Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivarteta na samshayah maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthatah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ekadashodhyayah Vishwarupa Darshana Yogaha. Om Narayana Parom Vyaktat Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantasvi me lokaha Saptadvipacha Medini. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now let's chant shloka number 16, which we'll learn to the last class. Arjuna Uvacha Aneka Bahudara Bhaktra Netram Pashyami Tvam Sarvato Nantarupam Nantam na madhyam na punastavadim Pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupa. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is called as Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. So, understand that this Vishwarupa Darshanam is not just only a pictorial representation to Arjuna that the entire universe is seen on Krishna Paramatma's physical body, but it is intended to drive home the Upanishad truth that the entire universe emerges from the Supreme Brahma Tattvam, is sustained by Brahman, and finally merges in Brahman. Yato va imani bhutani jayante ye na jatani jivanti yatrayantyabhisamvishanti tat vijignyasasva tad brahmeti. That is Brahman, from which this entire universe emerges, is sustained and dissolves. So, to make a beginner, so called a Manda Adhikari, intermediate person, Madhyama Adhikari, understand this reality, Krishna Paramatma is showing the Vishwarupa Darshanam to Arjuna, through which we are understanding slowly the process of what? Saguna Brahman, that is Ishvara Tattvam, then finally Nirguna Brahman. So, where are we now in the 11th chapter? Arjuna has begun to express what he is seeing. So he spoke about first all the different objects that he has seen. So from Swargaloka above, including he cited Brahmaji, especially mentioned Brahmaji sitting on the lotus Kamalasana. And then he focused on Bhagavan himself, whom he is seeing with countless forms, with many arms, many abdomens, many mouths and eyes. And he's saying that I am neither able to find out the beginning, the middle, or the end. So, Anadi Anantam. So, Anadi Anantam. Mahatah Parandhruvam. That's a Upanishad mantra. Anadyanantam Mahatah Parandhruvam Nichayatan Nutyamukhat Pramuchyate. So, all the Upanishad mantras are expressed in simple shloka form in the Bhagavad Gita. So, na antam, na adi, na madhyam. And so, Arjuna now addresses Krishna Paramatma as Vishveshwara. Means what? Lord of the universe. What is Vishwa? Vishwa means what? Vishwa means universe. Ishvara means Lord. So Vishveshwara means Lord of the entire universe. And this Lord of universe appearing in what form? Vishwarupa. So here Vishwarupa is a name, it's address. So Arjuna addressing Bhagavan as He Vishwarupa, He Vishveshwara, He Vishwarupa. So PVA is done for 16. Can you confirm? Huh? PVA done. Okay, now let's move forward. Now, further, the brilliance of Bhagavan is being expressed by Arjuna. Shloka number 17. Arjuna Vacha Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimantam Pashyami Tvam Durniriksham Samantad Deeptanalarkadyutim
Arjuna Uvacha
Hmm.
Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimantam
Hmm.
Pasyami Tvam Durniriksham Samantat Deeptanalarkadyutim Apremeyam.
How was it with that? Arjuna Uvacha Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimantam Pashyami Tvam Durniriksham Samantad Deeptanalarkadyutim Aprabeyam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now Arjuna is now focusing on the radiance, the brilliance. So just like Sanjaya said, how did Sanjaya explain the brilliance of Bhagavan? Equivalent to thousands of suns rising simultaneously. So similar to that, here Arjuna is focusing on. So each sloka has got one particular message. So if you want to be systematic, note down. When Arjuna is talking about Bhagavan's Vishwarupam from 15. So now, some time back, I explained to you what are the three phases of expression or feelings that Arjuna goes through. First is that of wonder, wonderstruck. We are doing page number 7, PVA book we began yesterday, no? So that you look at it. Then from there, slowly, even he focuses on other aspects where Bhagavan is also seen destructing people. That means what? There's a lot of destruction happening. Then he gets into fear. Then finally, he becomes very devoted. So, three different phases. What is that? Wonder, fear, and devotion. Now he is in the wonderstruck mode. So different aspects he is explaining. So in shloka number 15 was different lokas, different heavenly people, bodies, like Brahmaji is citing. Shloka number 16, Bhagwan's multiple arms, multiple abdomens, mouth, eyes. So no beginning, no end, no middle. Aspect of Bhagavan as Vishwarupa, Vishweshwara. Then here, sloka number 17, make note, it is the effulgence, mass of illumination of Bhagavan that is being focused. So the message is the real light of all lights is Brahma Tattvam. Jyotishamapi tajyotihi. Somewhere we say that, no? Jyotishamapi tajyotihi. Jyotisham jyotihi. That means what? The light of all lights. So the real light is Bhagavan, because of which everything is able to shine. Even the heavenly bodies which are having light, they can shine only because of the Brahma Tattvam. So that is what is being expressed in this shloka number 17. So now, suddenly what happens? It appears as if the entire universe has vanished. And so Arjuna is saying, Hey Bhagavan, I am seeing you now only as a mass of effulgence, only light. So wherever I see, it is only light. And when too much of light is there, you get blinded, yes or no? Have you seen that? And you see, only keep on seeing only light. That's why when you're driving on the highway and all, somebody is shining a light from the opposite side, you cannot see properly. Have you seen? Too much of light falls on the eyes, you get blinded. So now, so what happens? You will not be able to see anything else. Only light will be visible. So Arjuna is saying, I now see you as a mass of effulgence shining everywhere. It's only light everywhere. And is now what? Forgotten about the universe resting on Bhagavan. Only the Bhagavad Swarupam is seeing mass of effulgence, but is able to recognize that Bhagavan is wearing a crown. So, Bhagavan with crown and a mace. Gadinam, Kiritinam, Gadinam, Chakrinam. The disc. That means what? Now the original Mahavishnu or Krishna Paramatma alone as a form of light. So when the light is extremely effulgent, very bright and permeates everything, all the beings are not visible. Are you getting the point? They may be there, but your eyes cannot see them because of the mass of effulgence and light. So only those aspects, key aspects, what? The crown, Kiritinam, Gadinam, Chakrinam. That's what he's seeing all round. And so he's repeating again, all round there is only radiance, like the blazing fire. So even the fire, if you see the fire, many of you will see forest fires, right? Thousands of acres of land getting burned by fire. You see that fire? What is the mass of light? Okay. And so it is blinding. So Arjuna is saying it is blinding. That means what? It is not that earlier he earlier he was seeing the different aspects of the universe. So Vishweshwara, he said, not that they are not present now. Here now Bhagavan himself is showing the effulgence or the brilliant illumination. So because of the illumination, he is not able to see the other aspect. So he's saying that what I am seeing is everything, everywhere is light, like the blazing sun and blazing fire and sun, blinding. And so simply he adds one word. It is immeasurable. Something has to say no in addition to all these things. So the whole thing is what? I'm unable to comprehend the measure of anything, either the brightness or the what? The, the huge vastness of Bhagavan. So he says, you are an immeasurable entity. Supreme is immeasurable. So somewhere we learned Aprameyam. Do you remember second chapter? 10 commandments. One of the important aspects of Bhagavan is Aprameyam. That's why even in Sahasranamam, Aprameyo Rishikesho Padmanabho Amara Prabhu. There is one Nama Aprameyaha. So look at the Padavibhaganmaya for sloka number 17. Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejorashim Sarvataha Deeptimantam. Each one is a separate word. Pashyami Tvam Durniriksham Samantat. And this last word has got two parts. Deeptana Larkadyutim. So it is not Deeptana Larkadyutim. It is A is required. Deeptana Larkadyutim Aprameyam. Clear? Now, Tasidanmaya. Pashyami Tvam. Where is Pashyami Tvam? Third padam. Second line. Pashyami Tvam. Tejo Rashim. Second padam, first word. Tejo Rashim. Deeptimantam Sarvataha. Last part of second padam. Deeptimantam Sarvataha. Then come back to normal. Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha. So far okay? Samantat. Again the third padam. Then Deeptana Larkadyutim. So Deepta Anala Arkadyutim. There are three words in that. Deepta Anala. Who is called Anala? Anala Anila. Arkadyutim. I'll give the meaning when we go into the details of the Anmaya. Then Durniriksham Aprameyam. You all got the Anmaya? Clear? Sure or no? Somebody confirm? Okay. So clear. Now let's look at the meaning. Pashyami Tvam. Pashyami. Again and again Pashyami is coming. In every shloka, see, look at 16. Pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupa. 15. Pashyami Devam Stava Deva Dehe. Can you see? Pashyami, you circle everywhere. Pashyami, Pashyami, seeing. So, Pashyami Tvam. I see you. You, why with capital? Bhagavan, I'm seeing you, Bhagavan. As what? Tejo Rashim. As a mass of effulgence. So, Tejo Rashim, Tejaha Punjam. There says. That means what? Everywhere there is only effulgence, brilliant light as a mass of effulgence. Here, what? Light is a particle or a wave? Say light is both a particle and a wave. Like a particle, completely what? Mass of effulgence. Deeptimantam sarvataha. Deeptimantam. Deeptimantam means shining, bestowed with light. It's called Deeptimantam. Okay, so Deeptimantam, that means on the shining everywhere, sarvataha. And but is able to see separately. Kiritinam. So I am seeing you, Bhagavan, as mass of effulgence shining everywhere. Now with what? Crown. Kiritinam, the crown. Gadinam. Gadinam. So one who has got the Gada. So Kiritinam means what? Kiriti tam Kiritinam. One who has got Kirita is called Kiritinam. Kiritam nama Shirobhushana Visheshaha Tat Yasya Asti Saha Kiriti Tam Kiritinam. Shankara. Tatha Gadinam. Gada Asya Vidyate iti Gadi. One has got Gada is called Gadi, and Tam Gadinam. That person who has got Gada is called a Gadinam Chakrinam. Chakram asya asti iti Chakri tam Chakrinam. So one has got Chakra. So Sudarshana Chakra, right? Chakrinam cha, and so with crown, with the mace and the Sudarshana Chakra on the disc. Samantat. That means what? All round. I see you all round. That means not just in front, but also all round, behind, right, left. So what? The mantra. What does the mantra say? Upanishad mantra. Brahmai Vedam Amritam Purastat. Brahma Paschat. Brahma Dakshinata Stottarena. Adhaschordham cha prasatam. Brahmai Vedam Vishwamidam Varishtham. Only Brahman all around. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma all round. Samantat. Then, so Acharya Shankar says, Tejo Rashim, Tejaha Punjam, Sarvato Deeptimantam, Sarvataha Deeptihi Asya Asti iti, Sarvato Deeptiman, Tam Sarvato Deeptimantam, Pashyamitvam, Durniriksham. So that is later. Now, as per Anmaya, Deeptana Larka Dyutim. So, Deepta Anala Arka Dyutim. So, Deeptanalarkadyutim analascha. Write down the Vikrati. Analascha, Arkascha, Analarkau. Vivachana. Analarkau, Deeptau, Analarkau, Deeptau, Deeptanalarkau. So there are two words. Are you able to find out? Anala, Arka. Anala means fire. Arkam means sun. Arka Bhaskarebhyo Namaha. So we chanted during the what Makara Sankranti, different names of Lord Sun, right? Arkaya Namaha. So another word of Bhagavan is Bhagavan Sun is Arka. So Anala plus Arka, Anala Arka. Dyutim means what? Radiant. Radiance, blazing radiance, combination of fire and sun. So Deepta Anala Arka Dyutim. So Acharya Shankara says clearly, Deeptana Larkau Tayo ho Deeptana Larkayo ho Dhyutihi Iva Dhyutihi Tejaha. So that is the brilliance when you combine the brilliance of both fire and sun. Please understand, the fire that you worship in the Bhumi, earth, is representation of the sun that is there in the sky. That is why there is a sloka in our Shastra says that whatever offering you are giving to the fire in the Bhumi, in the earth, gets converted into the clouds, the sky, and comes back as rain. So that is why when you do all the yaga, homa, it brings a lot of prosperity around. So whatever you offer to the fire, so fire and sun are two equivalents. Sun cannot come to the earth. Sun comes to the, what happens? What will happen? Sun comes down. Imagine, sun comes down to the earth. Eh? It will burn all of us. So the same Surya Bhagavan is sent as what? Analaha. Analaha means one who cannot be satiated. So fire can never be satiated. Whatever you offer, it will go on consuming. So that fire that is there in the earth, Bhumi, is the sun in the sky. So here, Anala Arka have been combined. So the fire, the effulgence of Deeptanal Arka Dyutim. So radiance like the blazing sun, blazing fire and sun. Blazing fire, I told you forest fire, right? See, blazing fire and sun, they are together, how it will be. So Durniriksham. Durniriksham means blinding. Means what? Unable to see. Dukkhena rikshaha durnirikshaha tam durniriksham. Impossible to see. So when too much of light is there, you get blind sighted. I told you, no? And you're experiencing that day in and day out, right? Especially when driving in the night. So a lot of people who have got some eye problem, they say, I will not drive in the night. Correct? The glasses also they wear, there is that also windshield, and then Opposite side, the lot of light is coming means you cannot, for a moment you'll be blindsided. Be very careful driving in the night. Get blinded by the light that comes on opposite side. So similarly here no, anyway, Arjuna is not driving. Arjuna is stationary. So he's simply saying that I am getting blinded by this no effulgence of light, blazing radiance, blazing fire and sun combination. And so he says that whole thing, your entire Vishwarupam is immeasurable, aprameyam. Aprameyam, immeasurable. Acharya Shankara says very clearly, aprameyam, naprameyam, ashakya parichedam. That means what? Impossible to analyze, measure, determine. So, undeterminable means what? That which is infinity cannot be measured or determined. So, Arjuna is expressing all this what? Words with wonder. Still he is in the what? State of mind is of wonder. Now continuing sloka number 18. Arjuna uvacha tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam tvamasya vishvasya param nidhanam tvamamvyaya shashvata dharma gopta Sanatanaspam Purusho Mato Me.
अर्जुन उवाच त्वमक्षरं परमं वेदितव्यं त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं त्वमव्ययः शाश्वतधर्मगोप्ता सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे.
Very good. Also, now, sloka number 18. Arjuna Uvacha Tvamaksharam Paramam Veditavyam Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Tvamamvyaya Shashvata Dharma Gopta Sanatanastvam Purusho Mato Me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, what all Bhagavan has explained now in the 7th chapter and 9th chapter? What is the message of 7th chapter and 9th chapter? Bhagavan is the only truth permeating the entire universe, the only support of the entire universe, contactless sustenance, fundamental matter principle, absolute existence principle, all that and what? That which never has got any beginning or end, all those concepts. Now he's seeing now in front of him. Why? When things are perishing on the body of Bhagavan, Bhagavan's body is still the same. That means what? That is imperishable. So please understand that if the sustaining principle also perishes, what will happen? Or women think, lot of things are perishing. Sustaining principle itself perishes, then nothing to sustain. Like some people keep a vessel on the what stove and keep on heating. Suddenly, the vessel itself what becomes melts or it some hole happens. What happens? Whatever is put on the vessel also will go in. There's nothing to sustain. So that which is supporting everything should be what? Imperishable. So all those points are being brought out. Observe carefully. So Arjuna is now saying, having seen, so he has to see everything physically to express his thought, saying that I am regarding now you as the supreme imperishable principle. Now you see, he has moved away from Krishna Paramatma as a person with two legs, two hands, all those things to a principle. Are you able to see the progress of Arjuna's thought? Now Bhagavan is no longer a physical body with two legs, two hands, Vedinam, second, that's the previous sloka. Now, here you are the imperishable supreme principle and the only one to be known. So, if at all you need to know something, it's not EAI, BI, CI, DI. Try to know the ultimate truth, which is Bhagavan. That is the only reality, only thing to be known either in the past or in the present or in the future. Worth knowing. Everything will come and go, right? Today they are thinking, hey, after 10 years, something else will come. So all that is only Maya. Don't get stuck in all this Maya. Only eternal reality is Bhagavan. That is Brahma Tattvam, which you should strive to know in this life. If you do not know Bhagavan in this life, what will happen? You don't understand the supreme truth and also realize your own true nature as Brahman Atman. Anyway, good luck. Next Janma. Once again, continuously visit the what? Visit both birth and death. You'll be visiting birth and death. Oh, that's what Yamadharmaraja says. Venkataraman 1. So, manasaivedamapamyam nehana nasti kinchana mrityos samrityumapnoti yaihana neva pashyati. Wonderful mantra. So, in Kathopanishad, we're going to study now shortly. Kathopanishad says that whoever does not understand this Advitiyam, Advaita Tattvam, Brahman, one who differentiates, there are so many different entities, each one is different. And so that means what? One who has not understood the absolute Brahman, ultimate truth. So, Anasayeva idam aptavyam iha nanasti kinchana, there is no differentiation. But who does not understand this? Mrityosa mrityum apnoti. That means what? Once you will go and visit Yama, what you will do? You all the punishment. Satishoria. Once again, it is not the end. You see, once you go to Yama, that is not the end. It's only judgment given for the previous birth. After that, what will happen, Nadasagar? After undergoing that, he'll send you again to different loka. Which loka we don't know. Depending on our punyam, maybe in Bhuloka or Mother Loka. After that, again, you'll have to go and visit. Mrityosa mrityuhu apnoti. There are two meanings in this. That means what? Again subjected to death again and again. That means what? Again birth, again death. Another is who is Mrityu? Lord Yama. Frequent visitor to Lord Yama. So many people go frequent visit to many places. So who does not get Brahma Jnanam, please understand the gravity. You're all happily, what? Ignorance is bliss. Blissfully ignorant. Aha, everything is fine. No problem. Today is Sunday in India. Relax. Saturday night, US. Relax, Madi, enjoy, Madi. Thinking. Unless you have the three C's, have the focus and get Brahma Jnanam. Means what? Only entity to be known. So I'm saying all these things. So Arjuna is saying, you are the only one to be known. Vedyam Veditavyam. So says you are the only one to be known. And he also now says, you are the ultimate support of the universe. Now all the words of wisdom are coming. Initially, what? I am seeing this, I am seeing that, I am seeing Brahmaji, I am seeing serpents, I am seeing that. Like a child, right? So slowly when he mature, he is able to understand the Tattvam or the real aspect of Vishwarupam. Are you able to understand? I don't know whether you are getting the point. Initially, it was sightseeing. Later, it was understanding. So I keep on saying, don't focus on sightseeing. Focus on the principle behind sightseeing. So he says, no, you are the ultimate support of this entire universe. You are the eternal protector. So you are the only protector of the eternal protector. And you are the eternal dharma. Some really, wonderful words are coming out. Here, more than Zoom, it is knowledge that is working. Please understand. You cannot see dharma, you cannot see protection. No, you cannot see all those things. You have to start understanding that because everything is being what supported by Bhagavan. You are the ultimate support. So everything is being what? All the right people are being protected. Everything is being sustained properly. Eternal protector and eternal dharma. Dharma here means what? The righteous way. Everything happens according to dharma. Please understand. People who don't follow dharma will have to face the consequences. So this dharma itself is called as Rita Dharma when it comes to the cosmos. Entire universe is what? Guided by Rita Dharma. Write down. Ritam means what? What is it in English? Rhythm. Everything is rhythmic. Everything happens in a systematic way. That is called Rita Dharma. For us to follow, it is Dharmam, which is what? Punyam, Papam. You should know clearly and follow that. And so he says, I am now regarding you as the eternal Purusha. Means what? The only principle that is permeating the entire universe. Purusha means Purishete iti Purushaha. That which is permeating everything is called a Purusha. So all those aspects, no, Arjuna is saying it is not what physically seeing any of the gods or other no rishis or anything. Here it is the principle of Bhagavan. Are you understanding now? From picture to principle. What happens? We get stuck in the picture or the image. Move from picture to the principle. Now, look at the, is that what is the message? Look at shloka number 18. Padavibhaga Anmaya. Tvam Aksharam Paramam Veditavyam Tvam Asya Vishvasya Param Nidhanam Tvam Avyayaha Shashvata Dharma Gopta. One word. Sanatanaha Tvam Purushaha Mataha Me. 16, 17, we will see. Now, importantly, make all these notes. In this shloka, Arjuna is not pointing out that I have seen some god, some rishi, some serpent, something, right? Some wonderful things. All nor the blazing light, like no radiant sun, blazing fire, what? Mass of effulgence, crown, mace, kirit, not all that. All this is Tattvam. So slowly Arjuna is moving towards the principle of Bhagavan. Are you able to recognize every shloka, how he is moving forward, the path of knowledge? Similarly, even we have to move slowly from LKG class, just seeing no Bhagavan, keeping flower, doing bhajana, nama sankirtana, from there to move forward. Study Upanishads, understand, and that's why Arjuna is saying you're the only one to be known. Tamevam vidvan. Vidwan means should know. Amritaha iha bhavati. Now look at the Anmaya. Tvam paramam aksharam. So there was a question earlier, 8th chapter. Do you remember? Kim tad brahma kim adhyatmam kim karma purushottama. So aksharam means what? Aksharam brahma paramam was the answer. Same thing Arjuna is saying. Tvam paramam aksharam. Are you understanding now? So, what is Brahman was the question. What is the answer Bhagavan gave? Aksharam Brahma Paramam. Paramam Aksharam Brahman. That's what it means. Here now, what is Arjuna saying? Same thing. Tvam. That means what? He didn't understand it in 8th chapter. He now is understanding in the 11th chapter after physically seeing. I don't know whether you are understanding Gita properly. Bhagavan simply said, Aksharam Brahma Paramam. So here, now that means what? When Arjuna himself is saying, Tvam Paramam Aksharam. So Anvaya came, right? See that. So study systematically Gita, you will get tremendous knowledge. Tvam Paramam Aksharam Veditavyam. So that is one group. Then Tvam Param Nidhanam. Nidhanam Asya Vishvasya. Second group. There are multiple groups. Each one is a principle. First is Tvam Paramam Aksharam Veditavyam. Second group is Tvam Paramam Nidhanam Asya Vishwasya. Are you together now with me? Anvaya, same group you should form. Form the group, then only you'll understand properly. Then third group is Tvam Avyayaha Shashvata Dharma Gopta. Clear? Third group. Fourth is Me Mataha Tvam Sanatanaha Purushaha. Should I do again, Anvaya? Difficult? Let's go slowly now. Okay. Tvam Paramam Aksharam. Very clear. Beginning. Tvam Aksharam Paramam. Connect Veditavim. All that is one together. So one padam is over. Second one. Tvam Param Nidhanam. Second padam reorganized. Tvam Param Nidhanam Asya Vishwasya. Simple. Clear? Second padam itself is being condensed here. Third one. Tvam Avyayaha Shashvata Dharma Gopta. Third pada straight forward. Next, last one. Me Mataha. Go from the last padam. Me Mataha. Tvam. Where is Tvam? Sanatanastvam. That Tvam you should take. Tvam Sanatanaha Purushaha. Should be very, very easy. Yes or no? Can you confirm that you all got the Anvaya for this? Easy? Right. Now, 17 is the final number. Correct? 17. 1 plus 7, 8. Now, look at the meaning. Tvam Paramam Aksharam. So, you are the supreme. Paramam means, Tvam means you. Why with capital? Paramam, supreme. Aksharam. Aksharam means imperishable. Naksharati iti aksharam. I keep on saying this. Acharya Shankar also is saying very clearly. Naksharati. Naksharati iti aksharam. Then paramam brahma. So paramam add the word brahma. Veditavyam. Jnatavyam. Mumukshubhihi. Acharya Shankara says, one who is really on the path of spirituality, moksham, ichha, mumuksha, if you want, as I told you. See, same story I told you about Yama Sarvaraja being visited to Yama again and again. If you are really interested to get into the cycle of birth and death, then you become a Tibur Mumukshu, Moksham Ichha. I need to get out of the cycle of samsara. For a person who is a Tivra Mumukshubhihi, Brahma Veditavyam, you are that Brahman to be known. That means what? Only a Brahmajnani can beat the cycle of samsara. So if you don't focus on Vedantic study, understand Brahman, and also your own true nature as same Atman, Jivo Brahmaivana Paraha. One thing is guaranteed. There is no guarantee for anything. There's one thing guaranteed. What is the guarantee? If you don't get Brahma Jnanam, will be born again and again and again and again. So, better wake up sooner than later. Uttishtata jagrata prapyavaran nibodhata. Kshurasya dhara nishita duratyaya durgam patastat kavayo badanti. So, focus on this Brahma Jnanam Veditavyam. So Arjuna says, you are the only one worthy of being known, worthy of knowledge. So first group, clear? You are the imperishable, supreme, add in bracket Brahman, Brahma Tattvam, the only one to be known. Second group, Tvam Param Nidhanam. So you are the, Tvam means you, why with capital? Param, the ultimate, the supreme. Nidhanam means support. Acharya Shankar says what? Of what? Asya Vishwasya, of this universe. You are the ultimate support of this universe. What does it mean, ultimate support? For us, the support is the earth. Correct? Earth is being supported by so-called gravitational force of sun, rotating, revolving. Like that, you go on and on. There's an ultimate support Ultimate principle is supporting everything, that is Brahman. So Acharya Shankara says, Tvam asya vishwasya samastasya jagataha param prakrishtam. Param means ultimate, prakrishtam clearly the ultimate, nidhanam. Nidhiyate asmin niti nidhanam, that it supports. So nidhanam means that it supports. So ultimate support is Brahma Tattvam. Tvam Param. See now, when we study Upanishads and says that the Brahman supports the entire universe, we are not able to cognize. Now when Arjuna is seeing Bhagavan, on which everything is resting, he is now saying, ah yes, you are the ultimate support of this universe. Why? Because he has seen all the lokas. He has seen Sargaloka, Maharloka, different lokas he has seen. All that is still resting on Bhagavan. So, you are the ultimate support of this universe. Then, Tvam Avyayaha. Avyaya means what? Eternal. You are the eternal, what? Shashvata Dharma Gopta. Suddenly remember Dharma. Dharma, Dharma, Punyam, Papam, all that is coming to Arjuna's mind. Are you getting the point? Why? When you see so many things. So that's why when you become a very careful analyzer, you analyze the entire world, you see there is so much of problems in different areas, so many people suffering, so many people know. You're seeing, right? When you critically analyze, instead of looking at the problems, understand why they are happening. Problems happen because there is adharmam, papam. People are happy wherever there is punyam, sukham. Please understand. So all these thoughts are all quickly coming to the mind, and then so Arjuna is what? Converging that into thought and saying that you are the eternal what? Tvam Avyayaha Shashvata Dharma Gopta, protector of the eternal Dharma. That means what? Somebody has to protect Dharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. सो त्वम् अव्ययः न तव व्ययः विद्यते इति अव्ययः शाश्वत धर्म गोप्ता शाश्वत भवः शाश्वतः नित्यः धर्मः तस्य गोप्ता. गोप्ता मीन्स प्रोटेक्टर. So you are the eternal protector of. Why you need to protect dharma? What is dharma? Dharma is order. Dharma is a different level. Please understand. Dharma is Rita Dharma, the order in all the seasons, distance, no rotation. That is one dharma. Then dharma also is order in the worldly way of life. Then there is dharma which is sukshmam, which points out punyam and papam. Are you getting the point? There is order, and then there is finally the right and wrong. So you are the ultimate order, person who establishes order, protector of eternal dharma. You are the eternal protector. So there are two things. You are eternal and dharma is eternal. Write down two important things. So dharmo vishwasya jagatah pratishtha. The entire universe supported by dharma. If there is no proper dharma, in a way I told you is order, right? If there is no order, what will happen? What will happen? You tell me. It will be chaos, right? So for even things to exist properly, correctly at that place, forget about punyam papam, you need some order. So I give you some small example. No, when you're all going on the road driving, some order is required. Yes or no? Everybody is driving in different directions. What will happen? Huh? So the person who is driving may be a punyavan or papishtaha. That is different. So that is next level dharma. For you to understand, I am saying. First level dharma is order. So either a person may be good guy, bad guy, even a guy who is what? Doing a bank robbery has to go properly on the road after robbing. Correct? Properly has to go on the road. Otherwise, if he goes wrong, he will be personally pointed out and they'll catch him. So everybody has to follow a rule. Are you understanding? I don't know whether you're getting the point. A person may transgress dharma by robbing. That is, follow the rules of the road while driving. I've heard of many cases, ATM robbery in India, bank robbery. Those people who break the law also have to follow a law. That is the beauty. So the dharma is at different levels. So even adharma, fellow has to follow some basic order. So that is why here Arjuna is saying, you are the eternal protector of the eternal dharma. So the common dharma has to be, that's called what? Samanya dharmam, has to be followed by everybody. That's what we say. Satyam, Mada, Dharmam, Chara, all those things. Respect elders, be kind, speak the truth. Is common. Special dharma depends on your what? Ashrama, your hereditary, all those things. So dharma is what? It's two groups. Write down. Samanya dharmam, Vishesha dharmam. That's why Arjuna is saying here, eternal protector of the eternal dharma. I keep saying Bhagavan is present as dharma in the world. When you are following dharma, you are constantly worshipping Bhagavan. So I told you, don't need to especially keep on chanting. And no, do all Veda mantra, Dhyanam and all. If you are following dharma, you are an eternal worshipper of Bhagavan. So eternal protector of eternal dharma. So finally he says, I regard you. Me mataha tvam. I regard you. Mataha means what? My final considered opinion. Esha manisha mama. Mataha means that I regard, my conviction is that you are what? Sanatanaha Purushaha. Sanatanaha means what? Sadatanam becomes Sanatanam. Sada means what? Eternal. Sandhi Sada becomes Sanatanam. Sanatanaha Purushaha. Eternal Purusha. So what does Acharya say? So Nityaha Dharmaha Tasya Gopta Shashvat Dharma Gopta Sanatanaha Chirantanaha Tvam Purushaha Paramaha Mataha Abhipretaha Me Mama. So that is the final conclusion that I am coming regarding you as the eternal Purusha. So we'll chant now sloka number 18 in the class. Arjuna Vacha Tamaksharam Paramam Veditavyam Twamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Twamavyaya Shashvata Dharma Gopta Sanatanastam Purusho Mato Me Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So download the ebook if you have not downloaded. Study systematically. See how Arjuna's expression through his internal understanding changes, rests on the final principle of Bhagavan, which is mentioned in sloka number 18. Continue on Thursday morning 7:30 India time. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani. Hari Om Narayana Narayana.